everybody, and welcome back to Craig Family Livestock. This is Jason. Guys, today we're just going to bring to you a real quick short video what our Katahdin sheep have been up to this summer. So we have the 15 Katahdin ewes out with the ram on this little 10-acre paddock that our neighbor down the road, cattle farmer, let us borrow for the summer. And as you can see in this first picture, this is just a general kind of nice pretty picture of that 10 acres. We're going to explain a little bit more about what they've been doing this summer, how we've been moving them, the size of the paddocks, and the kind of work they've been providing for us. Hey guys, so before we go any farther in this segment here, and before I get to all the juicy good stuff here, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, really get this video pushed out there, share it with our farming community, and thank you for watching. So as you guys will see in some of the later photos within this video here, we use Premier fencing, the 42-inch tall sheep fence, 150-foot rolls. Now we've been separating them out at a 150-foot by 150-foot paddocks. So that's 4 Premier 1 sheep nets. Okay, and then between this pasture, we're able to get about 6 paddock moves throughout the 10-acre square here. So these sheep have been getting moved roughly every week and a half to 2 weeks. So the current photo you're seeing here, these sheep actually just moved 2 days ago. So you can kind of see how they worked that down. Now, I'm not going to give the sheep all the credit. There was some high, too tall for them dangling weeds hanging around that we did go through and brush cut down. But as you can kind of see throughout this little paddock here, they did do some solid work, mowed it down real nice. And in the next slide here, you're going to see kind of what has been where they moved from last. So it would have been about a week and a half ago to 2 weeks, and where they were about a month and a half ago. So as I just mentioned in that last slide here, this was the previous sheep move. So this was about, like I said previously, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you can see some patches that were left here. But you can also notice there's a bunch of good green patches coming in. And if you look real hard in the background there, you can kind of see where their next paddock move is going to be. And there's real substantial difference in terms of that forage that they're going to get to graze on, and the amount that they'll get to graze on. But I would assume that we would have had more grass growth. But more recently here, we've had not a lot of rain and a lot of direct sunlight, so a lot of things have been getting burned out, I think. Now, with the length and height of the grass in this paddock here, and all the manure that the sheep left over, and all the trampling, all the good stuff they did, there's a variety of things that we can do. Now, you can see what we've opted to do was to let that grass grow back. And what we're noticing, there's a lot of clover that's standing in these pastures that are come back real strong. But we also have that option to drill in or broadcast some cover crops here, so these sheep have an extended grazing season into the late fall, early winter months, which would be beneficial if we wanted to go that route. But in our case here, we're electing to save that money and just letting that forage that's already there reestablish and grow, so we can hit this paddock again, and the sheep can again graze it down and do some more good work. Now, these next couple slides here that are going to come across your screen are the ones that kind of get my clock ticking, I think. This is what I get really excited about in terms of, pasture raising animals, the regenerative ag principle, grazing them, rotating them, and this is just really what the body of work is all about, and the benefits that we get to reap and the animals get to reap is, look at the uniformity within this forage that stood. Now, this is forage that they were first on, and this was about a month and a half, about 2 months ago perhaps now. And as you can see, it grew back real strong, really dense, and again, the uniformity of it, the weeds have almost been eradicated. It's a real solid looking paddock, and I'm really excited about it. And they're going to get on this paddock here in about another month and a half or so. So that paddock got about 90 to 100 days rest, which is, really good in terms of breaking that parasite cycle. I'm really excited for them to get back on it because the quality of forage has just substantially increased from when they were first on it. But as you can see, from where they leave to where they leave a couple weeks into where it's going in just a month and a half's time. It's really exciting stuff, guys. And you know, this is what the power of sheep is, and the power of rotating your animals. All right, now what you guys are seeing in these next few slides here, where the sheep just currently got moved to just that 2 days ago. And some of the photos you'll be able to see, you know, our Premier One fencing that I mentioned earlier in the video. You can also see some of the grass that they knocked down, trails they've been making. But in the second photo here, you can see how good the sheep look and how they're thriving on just grass alone. Now, we should be having some salt blocks out there, maybe some mineral out there for them, or a protein tub out there for them. I have kind of slacked on that. But again, as you can see, body condition scoring, their BCSs here, you know, I'm calling them all high 2s, 3s, and the low 4s, which is something that's really exciting, especially when they're just on grass alone. They're thick, they're thriving, they're healthy, they're out there enjoying life, and that's what I like to see. And if you add some mineral into this, I think they'll thrive even more. But, you know, here we are, we're saving a ton of money not pouring grain in these sheep. This is just strictly grass-fed sheep. They're out there getting bred. You know, about 5 months' time, we're going to have some lambs on the ground. And all this is because of the great forage that we had and all the work they're doing. So, you know, I think that's pretty exciting stuff. I like saving money where I can. I like taking care of the earth, taking care of the soil. Let these sheep do what they're naturally bred and made to do. And that's another thing what I love about this Katahdin breed. They're so easy. You don't have to shear them. The hooves really aren't a problem. They do have that parasite resistance to them. And they just kind of thrive in these types of environments. So real quick here in these next few slides that you're going to see again kind of the difference between the paddocks. In this first picture here, you can see the ones that they were just moved off of. And then in that far back there, you can see that paddock that I really talked and praised the uniformity of. You just see the difference in terms of that growth. And again, from a farther view, you can still see that uniformity and the density to that forage. And then the second photo here is the side-by-side of the paddock they just left into the one that they're currently in, the ones that we just saw. And guys, you can just really see the difference in terms of that forage height, and the density and all what they get to, you know, go out and attack and graze on, destroy, kind of knock down. You can also see the weeds that are just kind of erratic in different spaces and points of the paddocks. And again, you know, if I refer back to that one picture in terms of that uniformity, how they kind of knocked down and got rid of those weeds, you know, that's something, again, that's really exciting. We're growing the good stuff and we're getting rid of the bad stuff. Alright guys, so we've covered a few topics within this grazing video and what our Katahdins have done. I'm going to go ahead and end this slide and show and PowerPoint or whatever you want to call it video. Here's a picture of our buck that I referred to earlier. This is Kronk. He's the one out there breeding all those ewes, getting the job done, doing all the dirty work, if you will. Guys, again, I thank you for tuning in, sitting down, looking through the pictures. I know it's probably not the most exciting video on earth, but I like going out there taking pictures and seeing the differences and changes in a relatively short amount of time. I think it's a lot of fun, guys. Thanks again. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Craig Family Livestock. Visit us on our website at craiglivestock.com. Guys, if you're interested in more of these videos, learn about Katahdin, learn about rotating, pasture raising these sheep, go ahead and comment, shoot me a message, let me know. We can certainly arrange that, get this stuff done. Thanks again, tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening, night, morning, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time. Bye.